This is Littecote House. It's on a road just outside Hungerford on the way to Swindon. It was the family seat of the Seton Wills family. It's a beautiful house in the Cromwellian style and used to have loads and loads of old furniture here from the right period. The gardens are monumental, laid out in the classical formation. And just here on the west side of the house there used to be a fabulous orangery which housed a swimming pool. And as soon as it was sold to de Savary, the first thing he did was close down the orangery and rebuild the swimming pool in the old stable quarters on the other side of the house. This track here used to be part of a racing track where Seton Wills and his sons would race their Formula 2 sports cars. The track goes all the way around the park. Only the gardens and the house was sold to de Savary, and the Seton Will family, they still own all the rest of the park and all the cottages in the surrounding villages. Just down here, when they were sorting out parts of the land, they excavated what they thought was just a Roman wall, and what in fact turned out to be a Roman villa. See here the stone outline of what was excavated. It was quite a large encampment of something like 1,000 soldiers. The rich family who actually owned and lived in the villa, and stabling for the cavalry horses. Time Team actually did an excavation here sometime in the 1980s, and for quite some time there was actually a board here showing you what they'd found and who'd found what, but those boards seem to have disappeared now. This is what the actual fort and the villa had looked like. And just over here towards the north is the River Lambourne. Lambourne is just about 6 miles away down towards the west. So there was fresh fish here to be caught and all sorts of things living here in the park. And until quite recently they had rare roosters roaming around here in the park. Try saying that when you're drunk. There are horse riding trails and cycling trails as well as footpaths around the 6 mile circumference. And it used to be one of our favourite hikes. All weathers. I've been here in the snow and the sun and had picnics each time. See the size of some of the flints here in the wall? All this lot must have been below ground, because the locals from hereabouts, they would have used it as a quarry and taken whatever they could away. Underneath this roof is a fabulous Roman mosaic, which we will go to see next. This here is the North Range and houses a very interesting old bathhouse and all the different departments of Roman bathing, the cold room, the hot room, the steam, and the area where the slaves underneath would create the hot water straight from the river. Birds of prey actually nest here in the roof, hence all the splatterings of bird poo here. The mosaic was found almost complete, and when the archaeologists restored it, they did the restoration in slightly different colours so that you can see what was here and what wasn't. But there's so much of the tessera here that is complete. It's just a marvel. And just here, all the different places where central heating was done by the slaves. Makes you wonder just who the slaves were in those days, and if they were the Picts or the Welsh, or from farther afield. It's free of charge to visit this place, and together with the lovely park and the lovely location and some nice eateries nearby, it's well worth the day out. The place is called Littecote Park and Littecote House. The 4 different entities here depict the seasons. You see the suns, and where they rise and where they set. Different times of the year set out here. Notice the dolphins here. The dolphin isn't what you would expect to see here in the River Lambourne. The park is now owned by, well, the house and the garden is owned by Warner Holidays, and you can come here for an adult only holiday. They have some kind of theme, 60s, 80s, but it's so peaceful because no children. About 20 miles from here is the Roman city of Caliva Atrebatum, complete with amphitheatre, which is really lovely, really almost complete, and will probably be the subject of one of my next little mini vids. Thank you for watching.